Just because you can't experience it with the five senses doesn't mean it doesn't exist. A lot of people miss the manifestation mark because of that very reason. Stick around as I dance myself through today's topic. I'm going to share what it means to raise your vibrations, and I'm going to tell you how you can do it. Hello, hello, hello. You are listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am your host, Kimbaley. I am here to help you raise your awareness. I am here to help you manifest on purpose. Thank you so much for showing up and showing out. Thank you for all of the guests that you've invited along with you. And thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. The God in me loves the God in you. I'm going to get you into vibration for today's topic, which is vibration. We're going to get started. We're hearing the vibration of today through our Astro-Numerology forecast, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. It is Monday, May the 13th. The sun is in Taurus. The moon is in Leo. It's a 4 universal month, a 6 universal week, and an 8 universal day. Today may appear at times somewhat quirky or somewhat paradoxical where finances and even relationships are concerned. In one instance, there is an opportunity to grow in a way that enhances your chance of doing financially better than before. Yet, on the other hand, when you least expect something out of the blue, it just may pull the financial rug from under you. So tread with caution and deliberation. This goes for those particularly under the signs of Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, and those born on the 8th, 17th, and 26th of any month. Once again, this is the Astro-Numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. You can get your forecast every day. Go to astar8.com, that's ASTAR, the number 8.com, and download the app. Or you can also get it on Google Play or the App Store. And you can go to linktree/numbers and you. To know yourself is to love yourself. The more you know yourself, the more you can grow. When you get down to the bottom of who you really are, what your traits and characteristics are, the things that you like and the things that you may not like, it can help you go a lot further on your journey. Make sure that you get your numerology report so that you can learn more about yourself, and get your compatibility report so that you can understand and know the people that are closest to you in your life. Your yearly forecast will guide you through the rest of the year, month by month, letting you know when is the best time to make those moves and when is the best time to hold back on them. While you're at it, get these reports also for your business so that you can get a better understanding of the nature of your business and guide you in your business for the year to come. You can get those reports at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. Now let's get back to the show. My uncle stood in the middle of our living room floor, dancing his heart away. This was the very first time of all of my years of knowing him that I have ever seen him dance. And I have to tell you, too, Uncle had some moves. I laughed until it hurt, but beneath my normally exaggerated laugh, I was confused. I was confused because my uncle was dancing to the loud music that was coming from his Walkman. For the sake of those that don't know what a Walkman is, it is a portable device that you could play your audio cassette tapes in. I'm telling my age now. However, the Walkman had headphones which kept what you were listening to private unless, like my uncle did, you had the volume all the way up. For the purpose of a timeline, the cassette tape came after the 8-track and before the CD and the CD players. This Walkman wasn't what was so funny nor confusing to me. It was that my uncle, one, had one in the first place, and two, that he was dancing. But here is why I was so confused. My uncle was deaf and could not speak. He'd been that way all of his life, and as a result, he was sent to the school for the deaf as a child. You know me, I had to ask the question. How was he able to hear the music and dance so in tune with the beat? I know what you may be thinking, but no, this question did not offend him at all because for someone that couldn't talk, he would talk your head off. Yes, he was always tapping you on the shoulder and trying to communicate with you through signing and writing for those that could not understand sign language. Believe me when I tell you, it seemed like he was waiting for that question. This is what he communicated to me through signs. He was able to dance to the song so well because he could feel the vibration. Kind of deep, huh? Especially when you consider that we are all energy because everything has an energetic signature, even you. Vibration is energy in motion. It's how your energy is expressed. Just because vibration is not experienced through the five senses doesn't mean that it does not exist or that it doesn't play a major role in your life. Your energetic signature is determined by how you feel. I often suggest that you monitor your intake, the things that you allow to penetrate your mind, body, and spirit, whether that be from others, media, or from your very own self talk. Yes, you can do it to yourself. Your intake affects how you feel about life and how you feel about yourself. What some may not know is how you feel is creating a vibration that attracts the same vibration. This is important to know. Your mind doesn't understand your language. Have you ever tried to communicate with someone that speaks a different language than you? A lot like how I had to communicate with my uncle who was not able to understand my language. It can create a barrier. The subconscious mind better understands symbols and feelings that we now know to be vibrations. Ooh, I have another question for you. Have you ever met anyone that can't believe what they can't experience with the five senses? You know, the ones that feel if they can't see it or touch it, it doesn't exist. These are the people that often miss the manifestation mark. Here's why. Reverend Ike once said, if you can't see yourself with it or doing it in your mind first, it won't happen. Because of the nature or language of the mind, it's not enough just to see it. You have to feel it. In other words, you have to vibrate it. Don't get me wrong. There is power in your words, but those words don't mean too much if there's no feeling involved. Avoid recited affirmations. You know those affirmations that you say out of habit but neglect to feel? In saying affirmations, you must be aware of what you say and feel what you say at the same time. For example, this is the way that someone can speak the affirmations of abundance and prosperity, but still attract poverty in their life. That is because they're saying abundance and prosperity, but they're still feeling poverty. That vibration of poverty is attracting more of that into their lives. So, when using the technique of affirmations, it's important for you to mean and feel what you say. This all goes back to my initial point. Your vibrations reflect how you feel. So when you hear people say, raise your vibrations, they mean raise the way you feel, raise your energy. Remember, it's important because your vibrations attract similar vibrations. Today, I'm going to give you a few ways that you can raise your vibration. Now, number one, allow me to cut a few corners with you. I'm going to say be selective of your media intake. And the reason why I say this is cutting corners is because I know that most people are not going to want to hear this part. Because of the times that we are in, we are all going to be consuming some type of media. Some media can help us grow, just like the Manifesto on Purpose show, or there's some forms of media that can actually lower your vibration. One of the things that I notice about media is stay away from the news as much as possible. Yes, you want to keep up with what's going on in your world, but you don't want someone else's perception to become yours. It's the same thing with any other media site or any other type of media that you choose to consume. You don't want the beliefs and opinions of others to make a difference or impact on you unless it's something positive. I also want you to especially stay away from violent movies or shows. Keep in mind, if you can sit down and watch a movie and it can make you laugh or make you cry, that lets you know that it is making an impression on your subconscious mind. It is changing your vibration. And man, don't get me started on the telephones. It's necessary that you take a time off period from your phone every day. I'll share with you one of my secret rituals. Good luck to anybody that's trying to contact me before noon. I reserve this time of the day for doing things that I specifically want to do for myself. When I first started off with this, I just didn't respond or answer. And then I saw that the messages coming through or the calls coming through became a distraction for me. And so I decided to take time out of the day where I turned the phone off altogether. Which leads me to the next thing that you should be doing to raise your vibrations. This is about me time, taking time for yourself where you're not distracted by anything else. This could be a time where you have a hobby that you're really into and you get into whatever that is for you, and it puts you in a state of flow. It makes you feel a whole lot better, and there is no distraction during that time. For me, I like to have private parties. And no, don't even think that. It's not about anything like that. It's just that I have a party for myself. I turn on my favorite playlist and I do like my uncle did, and I get in the middle of the floor and I just begin to dance and enjoy myself. This lightens my mood. It also puts me in a space where I can think creatively. Things begin to flow in a different way. If I'm feeling tense and need to relax, this is a great way for me to relax. For you, you don't have to have your own private party, but you know what makes you feel good. Whatever that thing is for you, you should take time out to do it. And when you're doing it, make sure that it is time that you can spend alone and be distraction free. Now, this next one is a bit like the first one. It's another preventative method. Stay away from people that have a negative or low vibration. You know, those people that want to gossip, those people that always has something negative to talk about. Stay away from those people as much as possible. Let me tell you, I really do believe that there's a thing as an energy vampire. These people, most of the time, don't even realize that they have the ability or that they are draining your energy. They just are like, let's say, dump trucks. Whatever they're going through, they feel that it's necessary to dump that stuff off on somebody else. The problem with that is it frees them, but now you're stuck holding the bag. Literally. Remember what I say, energy can only be transformed or transmuted. It cannot be destroyed. So that means either you can change their energy or their negative energy can transform over to you. A lot of times that may be happening and you don't even realize it. You may be just hanging with your buddy and you're listening to some of the things that she's going through. And by the time you leave her, you feel negative. You feel drained. So limit your time in situations like that. Don't reach down to pull someone up only to find that their weight is heavier than yours. Now, bear with me with the last one that I'm going to go over with you today. It may sound a bit different, but I'm going to say to you to change your environment. Here's why. Your space holds energy. Everything that you own has energy with it. It could be a picture in your home. We keep these pictures because they remind us of a specific time. There are some pictures that you can look in and it can take you back to the very same space you were in during the time that the picture was taken. That's because that picture holds on to that energy, which creates a vibration within you. Think about your home. What are the things that you're collecting or holding on to in your home? All of these things have energy attached. Here's a brief story I'm going to tell you so that you can see how it plays out. Once there was a client, and the client could not figure out why she was so attached to her ex. She was trying to move on with her life, but for some reason, she could not let the thoughts and feelings go for that previous person. When they were together, this person actually lived in her home. So I asked her, when this person left, did they take out all of their belongings? And so she told me that there were things there that still belonged to the ex. And I instructed her to get rid of those things. And shortly after she got rid of those things, she was able to move on with her life. The point that I'm trying to make here is a lot of times we hold on to things and we don't understand the energy that is connected with those things we hold on to. Have you ever thought about the significance of something that we're so used to, such as spring cleaning? You know, the spring represents a new beginning, a time to plant and sow seeds. During this time, there's a custom that a lot of people follow that teaches people to get rid of the old so that they can usher in the new. And it's the same thing with New Year's Eve. So, what I'm saying is sometimes you have to go through the things in your living space to determine what is there that no longer serves a purpose. Some of these things may very well be lowering your vibration. So get rid of those things that are taking up unnecessary space in your life. And here's the bonus. If you recognize the pattern that your living space is lowering your vibrations, a good way to change this or to create a shift in your life is to take an out of town trip. And I'm not talking about just a weekend trip. I'm talking about a trip for at least 3 or 4 days. When you get back home, redecorate your house, rearrange things, and get rid of some of those things that you don't need. This is why it is important. Whenever you leave your home for a certain amount of time and come back, everything seems different. It's like your old routines have been interrupted. Now you have time during this interruption to start new routines that can help raise your vibration. Open up the curtain, let some sunlight in, light some candles, grab some sage if you get down like that. Clear out that energy and begin all over again. My uncle couldn't hear, but he sure could dance his butt off. All thanks to vibration. We all have an energetic signature, and we express it through vibration. That's why you can walk up to a person before they even speak a word. You can already sense what type of person they are. You're picking up on their vibration. And just like you can pick up on their vibration, they can also pick up on your vibration. But they're not the only one. Guess who else is picking up on your vibration? Yep, you guessed it. Madam Subconscious. And if your vibration is loud enough, she's going to do what she has to do to bring that to your reality. This is also the reason why many people miss the manifestation mark. You can say something all you want to, but what it all boils down to is, can you feel it? Trust me, I'm not expecting for you to feel great all the time, but you should aim to feel as good as you can, as much as you can. Because believe it or not, your vibration makes you magnetic. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.